You have to start building stuff on the internet today. Starting today. Post something. Post a photo, write a little something with it. Just do something. You have to put yourself out there into the world and make a digital representation of you on the screen for other people to see and connect with. Because that's now you. You are now your digital persona. Whether you like it or not, that's basically what you are. I mean, when people see you, they kind of see you and also your Instagram account, you and also your website, you and also what you can do and produce. You, in many ways, are no longer just you anymore. You're also these alternate dimensions of perception that other people can tap into based upon what you create online. And so you have to nourish that. You have to build that. You have to iterate over that. You have to make whatever you're putting out there something that you also think is pretty cool, also think other people would like, and start to build this collection of other people around you that like what you do, you like what they do, and you just build together. If you're not doing that, I don't know what you're doing. If you're just consuming, if you're just on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, wherever, and just swipe, 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 and you're not consciously creating anything, you're not building stuff, I don't really know what you're doing. You're not being productive. You're not taking into account of the actual power of what these things offer you. I mean, just look at technology, what we currently have today. It's crazy. Like look at just this animation or screens or what you're looking on, through their phone right now. All the pixels that have to rearrange every basically nanosecond to arrange this mirage and sense of a moving picture, and all the pixels that have to regenerate every second, constantly re-render to show that something is real going on. You have to be a part of that cycle. You have to put yourself out there for other people to see, like, oh, there's some activity going on there. This person's doing something that's cool and I like it. I wanna follow and see what they do. You have to do that. The old world of, go to your job for 40 hours a day, or 40 hours a week rather, 40 years, and you get a retirement plan and everything's gonna be fine. That's a world that doesn't exist anymore. You have to build stuff on the internet for other people to see. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this stuff for, like, I don't know, since I was 13 or 14 when I was selling skateboards online and started its own little business around that. I've been doing stuff on the internet for a long time. And it's every step of the way. I've constantly learned these little micro skills that have helped me in one area that also helped me in another. Whether it's doing websites or writing HTML and CSS or learning Figma, or before it was Microsoft Paint, if you're an OG, or doing, website designs in Photoshop or not even Illustrator, but actually Photoshop. Just doing anything, you have to start to build your skill set. You have to start building your capabilities to represent yourself online, represent a brand online. Whatever your thoughts are, you have to put it out on the screen for other people to see and recognize and that it came from you. Like I said, if you're not doing this, I don't know what you're doing. You have to do this because the old world is slowly fading. I don't even really catch glimpses of it anymore. I mean, I used to. For a while there, I was like, oh, there's still remnants of the old world. Oh, man, that's pretty cool. But, it's totally gone now. I mean, this TikTok culture, internet culture, short video, short form, retention editing, boom, 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 boom. It's happening, man. We're like stuck into it. We're going. And AI is only going to improve this and also going to destroy parts of it as well. And I think that building stuff online, it almost has kept me sane, I think, because I know that there's people that also don't build online. They don't really know anything about the new technology that's changing or what new framework in JavaScript has just been released. They're not really tuned with, like, let's say, what the world is doing and the collective movement of potential where it's going. And I always look at these people and I think, oh, I mean, wouldn't that be kind of nice to sort of just be in that simple reality? But then I always remember, you know, when you tap into the world and what's going on, you'll always find that there's gaps and pieces within it where you would want to insert your viewpoint. I have this going on all the time. I'll listen to podcasts all day long, just always constantly consuming, but also intending to use that for creation. And I'll hear a point that someone says and think, oh man, I could have articulated that just a bit better. Or, oh man, that point that they said, I would go here instead of there. And I think that you always have this going on. I mean, You're always listening, consuming things, but it's not always up to the standard of what you would want to put out. You always want to do a little bit better. You want to make whatever you're hearing right now, but you want to retexturize it, reformat it, and turn it into something different. And you have to do that. In this new world we're going into, I think that people are getting paid for that kind of thing. I mean, I've been paid for it, but I think that that's where the future is going, where it's all about following new teachers, new role models, new people that are going to be doing things to help you learn in some way or some capacity, even micro skills. I mean, people are buying courses online just for learning the smallest things, like how to talk better, how to write better, how to take better videos. Like nearly every aspect of video production or content creation, or even like learning how to sew or knit, or basically anything that a human can do, is all being captured, turned into a course, formatted for you to buy and learn like right away, all through this thing, a phone, laptop. It's kind of crazy when you think about how we've been able to compact all of this intelligence and just display it on a screen for you to basically look at and view and learn instantaneously. I mean, no wonder the older generations were lost. I mean, they didn't have this at all. They stayed around their local area. News was passed around through people, or the news station. I don't know any young person watches news nowadays. Let's get on like X or something. The old world is gone. The new world is here. And I think that you need to be a part of the building of that, whether it's building a website just to display your thoughts, whether it's building a YouTube channel, building a new workflow for how to produce something entirely brand new. I mean, I'm doing kind of all of those things all at once. And I think that the more I've learned to develop all of my skills all at once, and that's the next video, level up all at once, I think it has helped me grow into the kind of person I'm supposed to be. Because, like I said, there's the people out there who are sort of, I don't want to say lost because they're still attached to the old world, but there's this new world that we're stepping into that is almost a rejection of, I don't even want to say like religion. I just kind of want to say a rejection of all things that represented keeping you stuck in a position and not justifying the power that you can develop and create and design your own reality for yourself. Like anything that is sort of anti against that, I consider the old world. And so when you look at this new world we're stepping into, there's tons of cool people out there that you could meet. I'd probably say I'm one of them, and you can hop in our Discord channel and talk to me basically any day, all day, every day, and I'll at least reply a couple times per day and entertain you if you have something useful to say. And I think that there's people out there that are like that as well. I mean, there's tons of people that want to connect with you, but they're not going to connect with someone that has a username number 9321 and like a blank or a cartoon picture or anything. They want to know who they're interacting with. And the higher quality people that you get, they're also going to want to know more specific details about you, probably before even interacting with you further. And they're all out there. They're all online. They're all building something. So you need to join that circle of other people that are building stuff. Like, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? If you want higher quality friends, you have to build stuff. If you want higher quality relationships, partners, you have to build stuff. If you want just like a better life for you in general, one where you actually develop into the person that you're supposed to be and you want to be, that encompasses a larger set of skills, then you're going to have to build stuff to get those skills. So you have to build stuff. Use the internet as a tool to recognize your potential and actualize yourself in the process of creating that vision of yourself that you see in your head, that you wish everyone else seen. But, now you're starting to actually make it a reality. You're starting to type your first couple words. Hey, this is who I am. You're starting to make a graphic or a logo to represent your identity online. It's okay to have an identity. You want to have an identity. You want to have an attachment to a version of yourself that you want to portray. It's a good thing. See, this new world we're stepping into is changing so many different landscapes of inner self potential. I think that that's the reason why we're so confused these days about like all these religions are clashing together, all these wars, all these different paradigms of the old world that people used to have just solely within their own head, within their own local like ecosystem of essentially like ideas that were kind of collected amongst tribes and everything. It's all being exposed, and now all those things are exploding together because they were never really meant to be compatible in the first place. They were just sort of there almost as unconscious patterns that all kept us distant and away from each other. But now, I mean, you're peering right into my reality now through a screen, and you can watch the next video and you see another one, and you're starting to get familiar with me, and there's a connection that's being built. Like, isn't that an amazing thing how we haven't actually met, but you're starting to get my idea stream through the quantum network of reality? It's kind of amazing when you think about it. I mean, it's always happening. Something like this is always happening in reality. Every person you meet has this new sense of potential that you can grab onto and build and install your own world and help you develop into a better person. I mean, it's always happening. There's opportunity everywhere. It's not always just threat, and we need to distance each other from everything. And there's so much potential, and it's waiting for you. But so, what are you going to build? Going to do anything about it, or are you just gonna chill and keep scrolling?